Dear friends, welcome to yet another installment of Strategic Power. In this video, we examine the recent developments in the tension between Moldova and the pro-Russian separatist region of Transnistria. The Moldovan president, Maia Sandu, signed a military agreement with France, seeking support against possible threats from Moscow. While Russia accuses Moldova of getting closer to NATO, Chisinau fears a coup orchestrated by Moscow. The situation is delicate, and the question persists. Will Moldova become the next critical focus in the Ukraine war? Keep watching to understand all the details of this ongoing geopolitical crisis. Don't forget to share with your contacts and subscribe to the channel. On Thursday, France celebrated the new defense cooperation agreement with Moldova. The parties signed the document during the visit of the President of Moldova, Maia Sandu, to Paris. During joint press statements, French President Emmanuel Macron reiterated support for Moldova's independence, sovereignty and security, promising firm support from his country to Chisinau as tensions rise between the Eastern European country and pro-Russian separatists in the Transnistria region. France reiterates its firm support for the independence, sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Republic of Moldova within its internationally recognized borders, Macron said. At the top of the priority list is the pro-Russian separatist region of Transnistria, where local authorities requested protection from Moscow last week. In this regard, there is growing concern that the territory could become a new critical focus in Europe, with Moldova facing intensified hybrid attacks, according to the two presidents. Paris invited Chisinau to sign the new defense cooperation agreement last year. The treaty seeks to expand cooperation and builds on a similar 1998 agreement. The new document provides opportunities for collaboration in areas such as defense, personnel training, participation in international missions, airspace control, technology, and other spheres, said the Moldovan Defense Minister, Anatoly Nosa. With France's support, we have the certainty that we are not alone, the President of Moldova, Maia Sandu, told reporters. Paris is prepared to commit to supporting Chisinau's efforts to strengthen its military capabilities, even considering the possible acquisition of air defense systems similar to France's Mistral system. At the same time, Moldova announced the purchase of a GM200 radar manufactured by Thales, which will allow the detection and tracking of targets at low and high altitudes. The cost of this installation is approximately 14.5 million euros, and the authorities of the Republic plan to acquire 2 more similar radars to cover the entire territory of the country. For its part, the French Ministry of Defense committed to conducting an audit of Moldova's air defense systems to contribute to strengthening the country's airspace security. Recently, the French president caused controversy by stating that sending Western troops to Ukraine is not out of consideration, and more recently urged countries supporting Ukraine not to be indecisive in their support for Kiev. In this context, Moldova emerges as one more point of interest for both Moscow and Paris. In late February, the authorities in Transnistria asked Russia to intervene due to pressure from Moldova. The initial call came from the president of the self-proclaimed republic, Vadim Krasnoselsky, who alleged, among other things, that the territory faces economic strangulation, denial of legal protection, and an attempt at forced imposition of the language. In January, he also accused Moldova of militarization, citing an increase in the military budget, participation in joint exercises with NATO, and the receipt of military aid from European states. In Russia, after the invasion of Ukraine, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov repeatedly stated that Moldova could follow the same path as Ukraine, arguing that its president, Maia Sandu, would be eager to join NATO, and claimed that Russia would not allow its citizens living in Transnistria to become victims of another alleged Western adventure. For its part, Chisinau accused Moscow of planning a coup in the country, and in the new national security strategy, the Moldovan authorities directly identified Russia as a threat and promoted a strategic partnership with NATO countries. The escalation of tension between Moldova and Russia has reached a critical point. Moscow threatens to intervene in Transnistria if its demands are not met, while the West, led by France, is prepared to militarily support Chisinau in order to contain Russian influence in the region. Faced with this scenario of reciprocal threats and accusations of coup and militarization, a new conflict front seems inevitable. Moldova is on the brink of becoming the stage for a power struggle between Russia and the West, resembling the situation in Ukraine. The looming question is, are we inexorably heading towards a third world war? Could tensions in tiny Moldova trigger a global conflict with catastrophic consequences? We encourage your comments and analysis on this grim scenario, which unfortunately could materialize. Subscribe to the channel and share this video to alert more people to the imminent dangers.